I can't figure out this intro to save my life. I gotta fix that intro. That is not working at all. It has been a screw up ever since we got started. Hello, everyone. Hi, Amber. Hi, Katie. Hi, Terry.
Hi there.
How's everybody doing? Oh, there's an echo. Katie must have come off mute and gone mute again. Oh, you guys hear me?
I can't hear you. Oh my God, there's a combine. I'm not even fucking kidding you. There's a combine coming my way because I'm on the route. They're farming stuff. Let me hold on. Can't make this stuff up. Hold on.
That's how you started shows with like Katie on a dark country road with a combine coming right after her. Oh my God. And she's got her video on. Can you see the combine?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
You lost Amber. Somehow that just scared the crap out of her and she left. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Let me figure. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Talk about starting shenanigans with actual shenanigans. That is amazing.
God. Damn it. I missed it all. I couldn't hear anything.
So the intro scrapped out. It was stupid. So it didn't go the way it was supposed to. I tried to add us to the stage. I couldn't add us to the stage. Katie comes on with this stupid damn echo. And all of a sudden she's talking combines on a country dark road. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
No, you can't. And I'm trying to get my camera because I am literally right by the cemetery. Like
Terry,
that's
where we drink on this show, right? Because we can't get through the show without a drink. Like, there's no way to do this without.
Shit, I forgot my drink. Oh my God. That's a bad thing on my part. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
You don't have your drink, but you have your doll. That's
yeah, I do. And I was, yep.
She knows what's important.
I know. You know what? I could have, God, if I could have like taped a drink to the doll's hand, I would have done that.
Might appreciate it. So Terry, a couple months ago, us girls got together because we're travel girlfriends, right? So we do all these shenanigans wherever we go. And we decided to keep one local. And we all traveled to Winfield, Kansas, where one of the girls lives. And we're doing some shopping in Winfield, Kansas, and in an antique store in Winfield, Kansas. And if you're not familiar with Winfield, it's South Central Kansas. So it's like 45 minutes southeast of Wichita. And we're at this cute, adorable antique shop. I'm buying elephants because I collect elephants. Amber's looking for some cool stuff for her shop because she has a beauty parlor. And Kathy's doing her thing. And Katie's like, oh my God, I found this really great thing. And we all see this booth with these rabid looking dolls. Some poor deranged woman had taken baby dolls, like what your daughter and my daughter would love on and take and adopt as 4-year-olds and then grow to love them and then cherish them for the entirety of their life and then pass them on to their daughters so your granddaughter can play with it, right? She takes these dolls and she like decapitates them, morphs their face with blood and teeth, and she turns them into these gory Halloween decorations. And I guess one of them is haunted to the point where it's like $200 because nobody will buy the doll anyway because they talk about the hauntings that occur in this antique store because like this doll will be in place one when they close the shop out for the night, and then they'll find the doll somewhere else in the shop, or there'll be some sort of howls or whatever chaos happens. And so Katie, because she's not in her right mind, although beautiful, gorgeous, just top of the line. Shush. Somewhere in that beautiful brain of hers. She's echoing so bad. She decides these dolls are adorable and decides she's going to buy 2 of them, not 1, 2. Kathy and I are like, oh, no, she's still echoing. Kathy and I are like, this is bad juju. There's bad things. Bad things are happening. Bad things, Mikey, bad things. If any of you are familiar with Goonies, we're like, there's a bad voodoo. There's a bad vibe. We don't feel right. We're walking away. Amber and Katie are making love to these damn things practically in the shop in front of God and everybody. We're like, what is wrong with you? Well, we get the backstory, and this woman is fighting cancer that owns this booth, and she's paying for her cancer treatments with these dolls. We're like, no, you have this little balance, like, Okay, cool. So
Yeah, now I want to
Amber,
buy them all.
I know, like Katie and Amber fall more in love with these dolls. Kathy and I are like, you do understand that these things, like, I can't bring these to a medium. They're gonna like burst up into flames. They are so haunted. Like, that's how bad they are. They can't be good. And Katie's like, I'm gonna bring them on the show with Terri. I'm like, as soon as Terri shows any signs of discomfort, you have to take them off the air. Like, she's the ultimate with the feelings and the gut intuition. Like, if she that says they're bad, and I believe her. And so we're getting out our the girls have an app for detecting ghosts. I can't remember what's that app called, Amber.
It's called Ghost Tube, and you can essentially like talk to spirits.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I use it.
You do? You rely on it?
Yep.
Amber, tell her what it did. She'll
Sometimes.
understand.
Oh, okay. So I think I'm echoing too. Yeah, so we pull it out, and it has like this range on the bottom, and I've only seen it stay in like this green range, but when I get close to these dolls, it goes straight to like into the red zone, and I've never seen that on there before. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be something going on here, and we got some very interesting words coming through in talking to these dolls.
And also, it wasn't just you. Kathy downloads the app out of nowhere just to see like checks and balances, right? And it starts doing that. It goes up to the red with hers, and then they both walk away, and then it stops doing the red thing. Then they both walk back, and it starts doing the red thing again. I'm just like, oh, Katie, I don't know why yours does that.
Because it's an Android.
Hey, okay, listen. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not kidding you. I've got another combine coming my way. Okay, I'm going to head back home. I'm going to take myself on mute. I'm going to show you the doll that I carried to the cemetery just for this situation. And I didn't realize it was going to be such a problem. So I'm literally sitting in the ditch right now. Okay, go ahead and talk. I'm going to take myself off mute. Oh, holy shit. It's just
Which
another.
cemetery are
Go
you at?
ahead. I'm done.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
I don't even know which cemetery she's at.
Oxford Cemetery. So she lives out in Oxford. The cemetery, she lives on the corner, the far northeast corner of town. It's not a very big town. There's like 1,000 people. It's where I came from. And so she lives in this beautiful piece of property. She has all the fun recreational stuff on one side of her property. When you look out the other side, fields, all the harvesting fields, it's beautiful. The sunsets are absolutely phenomenal. So she'll go on country walks, and this broad will go walking on a dark country night. No flashlight, no soul to light the way. She just goes with the force, and she just goes out and explores the countryside. I'm like, you are the thing that I investigate on the true crime side. Like, one day me and Carrie will have to look for you. And she's like, no, I got this. She's one with nature. And so she lives about a mile from the local cemetery. And I was like, oh, I'd love to walk out there because I volunteer for cemeteries. I do find a grave, and I do, I take pictures of the headstones for folks. And I have several down there I need to go take pictures of. I'm like, I'm going to go out there walking with you. She's like, we should go in the dark. I'm like, look, I grew up around gravestones. I grew up around graveyards, used to mow them all the time. As soon as you get the oogie feelings, you get the hell out, because somebody's in there saying, not today, Satan, out. And at that point in time, you hide. Even my dog has cemeteries. Like, he will not, when I go to these cemeteries to take these photos, I will take him, and sometimes he will get out the car and go with me. And other times he's like, nope, no, Mom, I'll sit here and die of heat stroke in the car. Thanks. Like,
I don't do cemetery at dark.
Say that again.
I won't do a cemetery at dark.
It's a different feel. I mean, sometimes they're good, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not doing it. There's occasionally
it's too much for me.
I bet it's a lot.
To take that to the cemetery for me to be able to figure.
No,
this
she
out.
was Katie's just trying to create the environment. Like, let's just see. I'm like, she can just take care of it. It's fine. So for those of you that don't remember, Terri was with us last year about this time. I'm gonna look over at my notes at the other screen. Terry has this very unique, very valuable gift. She is a medium. I can't remember the name of your gift. I'm pulling up my cheat sheet over here. Hopefully my sound is still good in the mic. Are you clairvoyant? Is that the word? Is that the right
It's the
one?
same thing. Mediums, psychics, clairvoyant, we're all the same. It's just
An
depending
extra
on how
sense.
open you want to be and what you want to call yourself. It's the same thing.
So so most of us have the five senses. You go off a little higher up into maybe a sense of illumination of the brain, sense of enlightenment, there's an extra sensory that you can achieve. And from
Yes.
the studies I've done, from the reading and the research I've done, everybody's born with that sixth sense. It's just a matter of how you recognize it, if you do, and how you hone it and utilize it.
Yes.
And I find that fascinating because up until like 10-ish years ago, it was, I see the future, I see dead people, I talk to dead people, and Hollywood was glorifying it to make a buck or two. But when you start researching, especially the last 10 years with Matt Frazier, yourself, your daughter, who I know is also gifted in the area, Tracy Caputo, it took me a long time to buy into her because she was
Yep.
so Hollywoodized. And then when she was finally let
she's
loose,
a lot Hollywood.
she's a lot Holly. The hair, she's got Texas hair, which is more than Texas hair. It's Texas hair with California and a little bit of New York or New Jersey in there. But I think when she was let loose of the script, like she could actually maybe be herself. I think she's a little more, I buy into her more now than back. Like, oh, did you know anybody with blonde hair? You did. Oh my God, they're talking. Like she was very scripted the way that there was another guy that was really scripted too. But since then, people have really been able to come forth and explain if they're clairvoyant. I had to bring up all the gifts. Clairgustance, clairsalience, and clair means clear. It's a French word for clear. Clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairempathy, which I can see a lot of people trying to claim that one. Clairtangency, there's 8 of them. So it's just all clarity in very specific areas. And I think
It's how open you want to get.
Right.
Essentially. Because my daughter doesn't like for them to put her in their death state or to see them in their death state. So she's got that blocked in her ability. She can open it if she wants, but she doesn't like that. So when we go someplace, she's always got that blocked off. And I have to tell you, it takes a lot to be able to shut off. Once you've opened the door, which is why I always tell people to be careful because it's not all fun and games because it'll keep you up at night.
Well, you talked about some of it takes a lot out of you when you do the paranormal hunts and you start sensing and picking up. It really wears you out to use that portion of your gift.
It wears me out. It'll make me sick. Spirits will try to get my car to break down.
I mean,
that's funny. But also my other teammates will have trouble. They'll call me and say, I was fine this morning. I'm so sick I can't walk now. And we were supposed to be there in an hour.
Oh, wow.
So it affects my team too, but it will affect me to the point that by the time I'm done, I can be so dizzy I don't know my name. And I have to be careful. My team's really good because they can see, because they've been with me for so very long, they can see when I'm going too far in and I need to kind of back out, because they'll literally pull me out of a building and say, no, you need to kind of ground yourself again. And I'm thankful for that.
Oh, wow. So go into more detail about your gifts specifically, or gifts. If it's kind of one that's intertangled with another one, tell us more about your specific experience.
I can see them. I can hear them. I can smell them. I can see them in their death state. I can also feel how they feel in their death state. So if they're hanging, I can be choking. If they died of a stomach ailment, my stomach will just start, I'll just double over. And then I can also see them in their death state. So let's say somebody died in a car wreck, I can see what they look like
Oh, wow.
at the car wreck. I can also feel how they're feeling at the last moments of their death. And sometimes I let that, depending on the situation, if there's somebody there that a spirit needs to let somebody know something that they didn't get out before they passed, I'll kind of open up with that. But like I said, I have to be really careful because it can be really dangerous if you're not careful. But
So,
and also they send me pictures. Like I always use the example, I can taste or smell peanut butter sometimes, and that could be a diabetic, somebody that hated peanut butter, somebody that loved peanut butter, somebody that was allergic to peanut butter. And I have to try to figure out what that peanut butter meant. So they'll normally give me another picture or they'll tell me a word. It's kind of a puzzle type game. It's not as clear as everybody thinks. It's not like they say, go to the closet, top shelf, there's a box, here's the combination.
well, that's what Hollywood wants you to believe, right? Like it's so clear cut
Yep.
and dry, and it is what it is, and everybody can believe you because it's clear to everybody. That's
Yep.
what makes it such a taboo conversation piece, is because it, to your point, you have to want to develop that side, want to be open to it, and be willing to embrace it, control it if you can, succumb to it, because there sounds like some things that you just get caught off guard. And
Yeah.
next thing you
Oh,
know,
I do.
you're
Yeah. And that's why I don't do private readings.
mhm,
Because people that come to a private reading, they normally want to know something specific,
to prove, so to speak.
and and they won't tell you, of course, what that is. And then you have to try to figure it out.
That's
And if
such a
you're not
game because
right
it's
on, because there's other things the spirit wants to tell them, then they get upset and they say you're a fraud because, well, you didn't tell them what they specifically
they
wanted to hear.
can't all do. Even Matt Frazier, who's is super popular out there all over, taking control of his own destiny, as it were, with the way he's doing readings. I actually got a reading from him, but it wasn't for me. He makes it clear in all of his readings, right? Like spirits don't care if you paid for the ticket, folks. If there's somebody in that room with you, I don't need to know. Spirits go and tell. And so he could only see me when on camera, because it was one of those virtual readings.
Yep.
And I had a good friend of mine, and her brother had committed suicide a few years before, and their mother on either side of me. And he's like, "Hey, Tara, do you have anybody in your family or anybody that you know that took their life? Like something big, something really painful, something really like." He's like, I don't, is it an overdose? It's a suicide of some type. And I was like, well, me, no. But these folks, yes. He's like, what folks? He's like, who's with
Right.
you? Like
Right.
he just had a feeling, and they joined me on camera, and he's like, okay, so I'm getting a sense of rage, intense anger. I don't know if this makes sense, but he was going through what he felt and what he could see through his senses, and it's not like he guessed it. He was going off of, this is what I'm feeling. I feel it most when I see your camera space, because I don't need to be in the room with you. I can sense there's an energy that
Yeah.
transfers between us, no matter how close or how far we are, no matter how we're connected. Amber, you're really quiet. I know why Katie's quiet. She echoes because her phone's flipping possessed, the damn Android thing. Where are you at, Amber?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just listening. I got questions. I can't. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my turn.
So I found that experience incredible, because we didn't feed him information that he didn't have their names. They had my name on the ticket. but he didn't have their name. So it's not like they could, and they couldn't see him. So it's not like they could go to my Facebook page, find images of them on my Facebook, go to Google Images. They were very limited on what he had to work with. So to me, it's like, I don't care if you can tell me what my middle name is and the year he was born. You're on the right track. You're not supposed to be absolute in the information. You know, nobody's absolute in their information. Everybody tells you a side of the story. It's their side of the story. There's another side, no matter if they're your best friend, sister, or, you know, a stranger. And so I find it very fascinating. And I do agree that we all have it. I don't think we understand when it hits, whether we're open-minded or not, because that situation actually, it took me, oddly enough, or going back to graveyards, it actually took me to a graveyard to help another person. It was a weird series of events that took place that started with finding that family again, learning that this man who I adored, I loved, he was a great man, one of those guys I could have married easily, and he had killed himself, and I didn't know, you know, for 18 months that he was gone. And all of a sudden, I didn't take but a few months before I was in a graveyard taking a picture of a gravestone of a girl that meant a lot to a family. And there had been signs, things that just kept taking me back down this way, like on the way to this graveyard. I kept seeing anti-suicide signs. As it turns out, the girl whose grave I was kind of being led to had also committed suicide. So it's a weird, those are people, what do they call those things? Is it not, it's not circumstantial, it's coincidence. And it's like that's a really odd set of coincidences for me, that it just, like,
I don't think anything's a coincidence, but
it's hard to believe that
my
it is.
my head's all whacked out anyway, so.
You're what? You're what?
My head's all whacked out anyway, so it
Well,
just
I mean, you
kinda,
hear the spirits and you see them, so
yeah. And back in the day, they used to put you in a wacko farm. They
yeah,
put you in a insane asylum
a funny
because
farm, yeah.
people could hear voices and see things, and they're like, okay, well, you're going to be locked up in a padded room. And it was a very long time with me growing up that I had to keep my mouth shut. I knew better.
Wow.
I knew not to talk about it. I knew not to say anything, which was even harder because I thought I was really weird and something was wrong with me.
Wow.
And then
well, and who do you
the
talk
scary
to about
movies,
something
I
like
always
that?
loved the scary movies. And
Yeah.
well, my mom had it, my grandma had it. So they kind of knew because there was things I would say and they'd look at me and go, we don't talk about things like that. And I'm like, but, and they're like, nope, nope, nope. We don't talk about things like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I see this person right here.
Amber, I could keep going, so you might want to jump in here, or you will forget you're here.
Oh,
there's Kitty. Oh, dear God.
Hey. Oh, I see a sexy leg. Ooh,
Terry's trying to figure.
getting warm.
Meanwhile, Terry's like, "What the hell is that?" It's Katie's lower leg to her shoe.
Okay, now I see. I was like, what the living?
She's like, I have never seen a spirit looking like that before. What the hell kind of spirit is that?
No, I recognized it immediately.
What I thought it was. I was like, no.
Oh, so you were in the gutter with me too. I'm like, oh look, something attractive. It's been a while.
And then she turns her camera off.
Of all people. Amber, why don't you do some of this, because I will carry on, because this is one of the most fascinating subjects to me since really.
Oh, it absolutely is to me too. I mean, so here's the crazy thing. So like I grew up super religious, and like, you know, all of this kind of thing is like wrong and blah 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 blah, right? And I'm not going to get into all of that. But one gift that I have always had, I am an empath. I can feel your feelings just by looking at you. I can feel the slightest shift in a room. And I love having that gift. It has gotten to me into trouble a lot because I'm sure you know that people who are empaths can be easily manipulated by people. Oh yeah. Oh, you shut your face, Terry. You know. And so,
I'm
but
awful.
I also I don't want to give up that gift either. Like it can be very enlightening when like meeting new people and just kind of like feeling the vibe. And I'm slowly but surely like learning, you know, what is actually negative, what is positive, what I should put my energy into, what I shouldn't put my energy into. I mean, and that's just something that with somebody who's an empath, I swear it just takes a lifetime to learn. Um,
You're
and
called a baby medium.
a what?
A baby medium.
A baby medium. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny because that is exactly how I refer to myself as like a baby witch. Um,
Oh no, 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 no,
because
no, no.
I was gonna
No,
say
no.
I knew
Which is
exactly.
totally
Amber knew
different.
exactly what's gonna happen. I knew how Terry's gonna respond to that because we've had that conversation. Good luck.
Yeah.
no,
No, no,
I
no.
would
Call
actually.
yourself a witch,
Yeah, I would love to get some of your
especially if
insight
you're
on this because, like,
religious.
huh? Say that
Especially if you're
again.
religious. Don't call yourself
No,
a
I'm
witch.
not
They use a
religious.
different look.
Not anymore. She
Oh,
hasn't.
No, I grew up religious. I'm not religious anymore. Not at
well,
all.
don't get the Wicca. Don't do the Wicca book.
No, no.
Don't,
I don't
don't.
really like identify with any of that sort of thing. Really, I'm kind of in that like learning stage because I definitely want to try to open my third eye a little bit more
Yep.
because I would love to be able to just, see into that other side just a little bit more. I would like to have an ability other than just reading people's feelings. Um, but being an empath, like I think what I'd love to ask you is what's what's the best way to utilize that gift in my life? And I mean, just do you have any pointers? Do you have any recommendations, advice, anything along those
When
lines?
when you feel something, like if you're around a woman or a man and they're at the end of their life per se, getting close, do you feel their anxiety or their fear or something in that nature?
I haven't really been around a lot of people who are at the end of their life. That's not an experience that I've really
I could answer
even
that one.
had.
I have that experience. I've been around a few who have been at the end of their rope, so to speak. That's probably a little insensitive. The end of their life. The tunnel light is showing up, right? I've been there a few times. Um, Usually it's with.
If you have that gift of empathy, you could maybe go and understand their feeling, try to assure them that it's okay, as long as you believe that it's okay, that what they're feeling is normal. There's no need to be scared. Ask them if they have anything that they want done at before it's over, or something they want to say. Um, I find that's a good way for me to feel vindicated about what I do, because I'm always trying to do good and not hurt anybody. You talked about the spiritual part. I've talked to many clergy, and to make sure that I wasn't, because I was raised very religious, and I actually, everything I do is by the white light of the Lord. So we pray before, we pray after, at all of my events. Um, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything that I'd regret later on, I guess. And I was assured that there's many, many, many areas in the Bible that talks about spirits or angels, or guides, that people saw them, people talked to them, many scriptures. So I really truly feel, as long as I don't conjure up anything that's not there, or use a Ouija board or anything that's not necessarily God-fearing, I think I'm doing okay. But I guess I'll find that out when I pass.
Right. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that because even though like I haven't been in that situation, but I do think about like if I were, I think that's exactly what I would do and how I would handle that. Um
Yeah,
and just, ask them what they want to see happen, you know, what they want to say, what they want to make known about themselves, or something along those lines. Absolutely.
you can also possibly prevent suicide. Um, if you open up, that's a little harder because nobody wants to actually interfere with somebody. If you feel like if you get around somebody that's extremely depressed, but they're acting like they're fine, the last
Hmm.
thing you want to do is come up and say, "Hey, can we talk?" But it may actually save that person's life.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
It's just
Katie, what about?
how much you want to take on. I mean, I can tell you with all um, to this day. I mean, I've been on a few places that I was just on Good Morning Kansas, and I told him, I said, I will do this as long as you do not say I'm a psychic, and you only talk about my team and what we do. And they didn't understand that. And I said, you don't understand. When I was young, it was about witches, and you were evil, and you were demonic, and you needed to be put in a wacko room. And people are evil. People are mean. They'll come after my family, um, and nobody wants that. I have to protect myself and my family. Even though at events I do tell people that I'm a psychic, um, but I just have to be kind of careful sometimes. Um, to go on, I would never go on a national television. But you talk about Teresa Caputo. I would also never come up to somebody in the middle of lunch with a news crew and say, "Hey, your sister wants to talk to you."
Yeah, when her and Matt Fraser have both talked about approaching random strangers, like, I have to tell you this thing. It's like, is it life or death? Like, is she gonna be hit by a bus if you don't give her this information? Like, how life? So I always find that it seems so personal, that gift, that it really seems it needs to be invited, right? Like, it needs to. And I get, like, we've all watched the movie Ghost, right? If you haven't, spoiler alert, it's about this very thing. Um, but it's because it's not like you're solving a murder. You have a gift of you literally have the gift of receiving energy that other people don't necessarily identify when they feel it.
Right. And
And
they
so,
will call you a fraud. They will belittle you.
mhm.
And I was asked many years ago um, to help with the police department, and I refused. And people were really upset with me about that. And I said, you don't understand. If I zero in on something, the first person they blame or
It's
is a
you.
suspect is me, because how could I know? And there have been a number of times that the psychic is actually brought up on charges and investigated, because how could they really know that? They must have been involved in the murder
It's
Oh,
a
that's
or the
crazy.
disappearance. So I say no, no, I can't do that. Call me bad, but I have to protect. That's where I have to protect myself and my
Yeah, it's a
family.
personal boundary.
Yeah.
Katie, are those evil, hateful, demonic, possessed, massacred dolls nearby?
No, they are cute and they are lovable
Lovable
and they
and
have
they have
feelings.
feelings. Here.
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh, listen, I actually when I was on my walk and I was taking the doll on the walk and I was like just trying to, and I actually was like, oh, sorry, I didn't carry you the right way. Like I'm carrying it like a baby. Like
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a dumb thing about a month ago. I was at a Paracon. Oh, I've got bad.
Yeah, Katie's echoing. Katie,
God damn.
Android phone.
They were selling haunted dolls.
Shut up with the Android phone already. Okay. Stop. Okay.
Green bubbles.
I bought a matched pair thinking I was going to be okay. And before I could get the girl even upstairs, the girl doll gave me a migraine. I threw it at my daughter. I took the boy doll. By the time we got her down to the hotel, which was only a few blocks, she had knocked off both the bows on her shoes. I set them on the couch, turned the TV on so they'd have something to do. Left, came back later, went to try to go to sleep, and the girl was screaming at me so bad, and the little boy was crying. At 3:00 in the morning, I was texting and emailing anybody that could possibly know the owners of these dolls to take them back. And I told him, I said, I don't care if I get my money back, never coming home with me.
Katie, she's talking about your dolls, your newly found orphan children.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you.
You realize they can get how do I put this? If you have to actually treat them like a child. Because if you don't,
Katie, you're
they will get it.
When Katie talks, we need to just let her unmute and talk. We have to shut up, and then she has to.
Okay. Seriously, I don't know what the situation is. But
your earbuds.
No, I don't have them in. I took them out, and usually I don't have a problem when. Hold on.
Your laptop. Oh. See, her side of things are possessed. Clearly, it's something trying to come through.
Shut up, Tara.
See, it's possessing Katie now too. She's getting snippy with me.
It's the android ghost.
I mean, I know
You
a lot
all
of
stop.
people that have them.
Now I got my dog barking. Thanks. Okay. Yeah.
We can't hear the dog, but we can hear the echo. Oh.
I want to hit you, Tara, right now, or give you the finger in person. Like,
throat punch. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Yes, Katie's getting a new phone for Christmas. We're all going to pitch in and get her a real phone. It's called never mind. We'll be nice. Oh my gosh. Oh, those things are awful. That thing is holding its own head in its glued up little hand.
Why? What? Why? Why?
You hear that evil laugh? These are the shenanigans I have to put up with from these two.
For funsies.
I don't even know what to say.
It's one of those things where, like I said, there was this whole booth, and as soon as me and Kathy walked towards that booth, I was like, oh no, I'm out. That's a bad, there is some sort of force and I'm not down with it. I gotta go. I'm too tall for this, which is funny because Katie's as tall as I am. And I was just like, I'm not there. I just got bad juju from it. But then two are like, we love this. I'm like, well, you guys are the blondes.
She's going to have to let us know when they move.
She has them pinned to trees and glued to shelves. Actually,
they're on my Halloween. Well, no, one of them is on my Halloween tree. My Halloween tree.
Didn't one of them keep you up the first night? Like, was it something about one of the dolls mocking you, hollering at you, making sweet caresses, something to you? I remember you saying
that's what Kathy says. We were sleeping in the same bed that night. She said she felt the dolls were coming out, and like, and then I did say, because of what she probably said, I feel like I hear them after she left. Like,
See, little cringes. I see them. You do believe.
I'm, here.
And I say it in white. White.
I'm being nice, like, sorry. Okay. I'll see. I'm sorry, Tara. I'm sorry.
I'm watching your reaction and I'm watching Terry's reaction. I am just loving the big scope of what's happening here. Correct, accurate, yes.
What's
Okay, honestly, Terry, I didn't know how you would feel when you saw those things. I told Katie if she shows any sort of signs of seizure, that like she faints, anything, you take those dolls off the damn screen immediately. And the fact that you're like, what are you doing? Like when the medium has to ask you, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that look is all over her face. What's funny? Katie's like, I can't wait for
And remember,
when you leave your house anymore because you want to take care of your baby, let me know.
okay, it's not like that.
Well,
but I will let you know.
They may get needy.
This one hasn't been removed from any place until this podcast. Like, I was like, you're coming with me. We're going on a walk. We're going to go.
She's just taking care of her babies.
I'm just going to say, maybe you're going to get real lucky. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe I have luck on my side. I don't know. I've been through some shit, so I'm like, whatever. Whatever you got to throw at me, just throw it at me. It's fine.
All I'm grateful for is that Terry's had no visions or anything where she's like, oh my god, that is Hitler's child. Drop take it now. Like, I'm just glad there's none of that shit.
I'd be taking it back.
I'm not going to take it back. I'm going to package them up and I'm going to put it in a box and I'm going to say, Merry Christmas, Kathy, and I'm going to drop it on her doorstep.
Will haunt you in the living.
Anyway, yeah.
She's going to listen to this. If she's not already, she's going to be like, you know what? Go ahead. Oh my god.
Those are awful. They're just awful. And it worries me that you don't think they are.
I don't. I mean, I'm kind of fearless most of the time. And so that's probably why I am being this way. And not that I don't have I definitely believe in the beyond. And I feel like, I mean, all of my parents have passed away. I feel like I hear them, smell them, talk to them. I feel the same with other, so in my mind, I mean, I don't know what happened to this doll, that when you buy a doll like that, I mean, I'm like, okay, is it really possessed or is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. And maybe I could be the one to save it. I don't know. That's kind of my like. I'm going to take it and I'm going to give it a good home.
Oh my god!
If it's possessed, it doesn't want to be safe.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I have to mute Katie so we can see it.
Mirrors at antique stores too.
So what was funny about that is like Katie is saying I could save the doll, and the look on the medium's face was like, no, I'm like, absolutely fucking not. No. What is wrong
But
with
is
you?
it really possessed? I don't know. People break,
Hey,
like, I don't
love
know.
cures everything.
Apparently it
Okay, Amber, what did you just say?
Mute your phone and I'll tell you. I said love cures everything.
Correct. Yes.
That is the best fucking quote. Mute your phone and your phone will tell you. What better way to shut up so we can speak? Because you keep that.
I guess it's the doll. I have not literally had any issues with my phone in previous podcasts, like with this.
Maybe it finds what we're saying so important, it repeats it for us so you can hear it twice. She is so going to strangle me the next time. We're going horseback riding in a couple weeks. She's going to make sure that she spooks the horse I'm on and kicks me off, which is the very thing Jim is so frightened of.
Oh, you're going to get bucked off for sure.
You are getting bucked off.
For you clairvoyant? Is it clairvoyant? I think it's they see into the future. I need to know if I'm going to survive that fall or not.
I don't do future.
Damn.
Dang, I was going to try to
Nobody
get the
can do
lottery number
future.
from you.
Future is not cool. The only person that can do future is God, because we can all change it.
Mm-hmm.
Any action we take can change it. It just depends on if we want to go to his way or our way.
I see you people in the chat. So, Katie, Amber and I have asked questions of Terry, our friend, who's putting up with your dolls so graciously, but so honestly. I love the genuine risk. I love this. I'm so glad this worked out this way because I have not laughed so hard in so long. What questions do you have for our dear friend who adores your dolls as much as you do?
I'm going to have to put anything in the chat because y'all are just bitching at me for having an Android phone and then echoing. So
We tease because we love.
I know. I love y'all too. But you're getting
take care of those babies.
I know. What am I?
If you're not watching the video, hold on, Kitty. I'm muting Kitty. So if you're not watching the video, if you're just listening, you're only getting half the stimulation from this whole. You have to watch because the facial expressions and what Katie is doing is freaking hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's so gross.
That's just so wrong to do.
That's your neck. I'm going to tell you I told you so after I visit you in the hospital.
I want to say clean her up. Clean her up.
The blood is part of the charm.
Right. You know what? She is what she is. Take her as she is. Like and that's what I did. I just took her as she is and
you paid for her as she was. You paid for that as she was. You didn't take her. You paid for her. You paid good hard earned.
I didn't I didn't shoplift her. I paid for her.
My answer is
or maybe it could be a boy. I
don't know. Why?
I feel like it's a girl.
I mean, probably.
There's a lot of men listening like, yes. This is all women related.
How about call it Joey?
Say that again.
She has a rainbow and cloud t-shirt on. So yeah, she's probably a girl.
Joey.
Why Zoe?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Hold on, Katie. I'm controlling your mic for you. I like the look on your face. If the medium is telling you to name her, If the medium is telling you to call her Zoe, that means that child wants to be called Zoe. I suggest you do as the child says.
Okay. Okay.
Cute name.
Cute name.
Cute name.
Cute name.
Just saying, if the child is talking to her, you might as well listen. She's gonna
fuck me up.
So,
I'm in trouble.
I mean, what
But
else are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
call her?
call her
Bernice?
Bernice.
I will call her Zoe. Yeah, Zoe. I mean, if that's what, yeah, I will name her. I haven't named her. I haven't named the other one.
Hold on, I'm
Quit muting me, Tara.
I need you to do something about that.
Okay.
Hold.
Just-
Hold. You hold. Over in the, you hold. In that hold. Carrie's over here in the chat because she didn't feel well enough to come on air. And she's sitting here like, she ain't right. I'm going to have nightmares. Like, Carrie's all over the place. And she didn't feel good to begin with. She was just trying to have some good fun with the medium. And here we are torturing her with a doll that was tortured. I'm trying to ask Katie, what questions do you have for the medium? And she keeps hoisting the doll back up into the spotlight.
Because you keep muting me in the chat.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the
It's
thing,
just-
folks. I bought every one of our Shenanigans crew members headphones and mics and everything else. And this broad is on an Android phone that has an Echo that is possessed.
Shut up, Tara.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
okay,
Oh my
hold on.
God.
Hold on. Somebody's got a question in the chat while she's having a fit with her head shaking over there. Because that doesn't look possessed at all, Katie. On video, you should see yourself. Question for Terry. I would think a reading would be more powerful in person, but can you do over phone, email, letter writing? And by the way, enough with the wretched doll, she says.
I don't do private readings.
Are they just, they're a lot to take in, and are they just
They're
because
too
people-
much. And like I said, people, they come with a specific thing, but they don't tell you that. And then when you don't zero in on it as fast as they want, they get upset.
Oh.
And it's not as clear cut as people think it is. So there's a lot of psychics out there that are good. No, I won't tell you any names. I do say that if you're with a psychic and they tell you that you're going to die or something horribly morbid, just go ahead and pay them, say thank you, and walk away. Because nobody knows when
Yes.
anybody's going to die or anything like that.
No
It just
joke.
doesn't work that way. But there are some good ones. I just don't like to do it. Not to say that during some of my fundraisers and that there hasn't been a spirit that was just so strong. I had to tell somebody a message. That actually happened 2 weeks ago at, where was I? I was at the Derby Historical Museum, and on the voice box, I could feel the presence. I knew he was there. I was trying to push him off because it had to do with somebody that was standing right beside me. I kept moving. It just kept, and on the voice box it said murder. And I knew that if I didn't say something, it was just going to go worse from there. So I had to turn and pull the lady off and tell her what I needed to tell her, which is what she needed to hear.
Wow.
So sometimes I have to, but I don't like to, just because I guess I might be wrong, which I'm not
Right.
necessarily wrong. I just might not be telling them exactly what they want to hear.
Okay, Katie, I'm going to unmute you. What questions do you have for Terry? I guess you'll.
Thanks for unmuting me, but I'm just put me back on mute, and I'm gonna listen to the chat and what Amber's thoughts are, because I don't even have enough time to. I don't.
No, just do it. Just do it. We had our time. You do your time.
No, it's. I mean, I shut up.
Sorry. Carrie is over here in the chat saying Katie got put in the corner.
And I'm literally in the corner right now. I mean, I put myself in the, I mean, seriously, I can't. Okay. Carrie, what questions do you have? We should do another follow-up podcast is what I will say.
To what portion of this one? Because I thought this was going to be more serious, and it has been the funnest one we have ever done.
I keep getting I feel like I'm talking and then Tara mutes me. And then I talk and then I'm muted. And then I talk and then I'm muted.
Watch the replay. Go quite Oh my God. What questions do you have? What thoughts?
For her or me?
No, Katie to Terry.
Well, I don't. Why, and you may have addressed this already, why don't you, did you at one point do personal readings, like one-on-one, family readings, but you don't do that anymore?
No. I just don't think it's my calling necessarily. I'm always afraid I'm going to be wrong. In fact, after I leave like a fundraiser, I always look at my daughter and say, did I sound stupid? What did I do that right? Was I like way off track? And they're like, no. So I guess it's my own personal feeling like a failure. I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to upset anybody. Personal readings are very, as they say, personal. And a friend of mine caught me off guard a number of years ago. She had lost her husband and we're driving and I'm trying to concentrate on driving and all the mini graveyards blocking them. And she goes, hey, is my husband in my house? And I looked at her and went, no, he's with his mom sitting by her side. Okay, that could have really hurt her because I didn't know if she wanted him to be with her or not. And then I went on to explain where he was sitting with his mother, and I didn't even know she was in a nursing home, all the way down to what color chair he was sitting in. And I said, she needs him right now, because I did not know she was at the end of her life at that point. And then I realized what I had said, and because it just spews kind of out of my mouth. It's terrible. And she looked at me and I went, I am so sorry. And she's like, no, I'd rather him be with her than me. And I was like, well, good, because he's not with you. But
well,
I mean, that could have really hurt her.
Well, agreed, but still, yeah.
That could have hurt her. She could have wanted to hear me say, he's right there with me. So I guess I'm more worried about upsetting the loved one. So no, I don't do them unless it's by accident.
If it were me, I would want to know the truth. I mean, don't spare my feelings. It's fine. If I were to do a reading or what, just tell me.
Well, there's been times I've been at funerals and people are like, is she here with us? And I'm like, and they're like, does she have anything to say? And I'm like, yeah, she doesn't like the flowers you picked out.
That dress is hideous. She never liked it in life. She still doesn't like it in death.
I've had that. I have had that. They don't like the dress. I mean, people are like, do they stick around? I said, well, yeah. A lot of times they stick around to be there for their loved ones. Mm-hmm. But also they like to stick around to see the party, to see if they got what they really wanted. if everybody showed up, who didn't show up.
So I'm going to take that to a different level because there's a question that kind of nags at me. Katie, Amber, you guys in the chat, I don't know what brought it about, but it's almost like there's a crossover point, right? Where if they're here and you can sense them, are they here and not crossed over to heaven or their next life cycle or what have you? Or can they go back and forth? Like there's, I guess we always want to have a thin night destination, right? Are we going to heaven? Once we're in heaven, we can't get back out. Or can we go to heaven and then come back and visit? Or if somebody's here, is it because somebody's holding on to them and won't let them go because they're holding on to that person so strongly? Does any of that exist?
They can go. Everybody sees the white light when they pass. It's up to them whether they want to go in it immediately or not. Some want to stick around, like I said, to help their loved ones. Some don't know they've passed because it was a catastrophic tragedy all of a sudden. But everybody has the opportunity to go into what I call the white light. Depending on the way I was raised is then you go to your higher power, whatever higher power you want to call it. I call it God. And you kind of have to go through your life, whether it's good or bad, and kind of do a process. And then you can come and go. You can come back and see your family. Because I believe that God is a loving God and he's not going to punish you. I also believe in reincarnation, as I call it, extra mulligans. So
sorry,
if you talk to God and he's like, yeah, let's try a do-over. Maybe you'll do it better.
Okay. So I have a belief in that if we don't get it right this time, if we get too self-centered in this life, too self-absorbed versus fulfilling a purpose that we truly feel with the talents and the gifts, whatever they may be, then we're coming back for round whatever to try it again.
Yep, I agree.
So I do believe in that. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be here. But I think my previous lifetimes have been filled with a lot of stupidity because I'm still coming back around for more. I don't know that I'm going to make it. I think I'm coming back around again. I'm hoping it's as I don't know, much smarter person.
I call them mulligans.
I like that. I like that.
I like to think that he's a forgiving God. Not to say that people don't go to heaven and stay. Not everybody wants to come down and visit. They can stay in heaven.
Sure.
And I do believe in hell. I do believe that there are times that God says, nope, you got to go with the fallen angel, giving you all the mulligans I can.
Who's there? I have two other questions. There is another belief I've been made aware of where folks believe our sleep is one of our most. Oh, Katie's Irish goodbye. There she went. Katie just disappears during podcasts anymore. During sleep is when we're typically at our most vulnerable and our third eye is actually the most open during that point because we're not conscious enough to worry, indulge in anxiety, indulge in depression, indulge in joy, greed, what have you. And so when somebody that has passed appears in our dreams, it is more of a visit than just a dream. It is their way of getting to you because you're actually listening, you're laying still, your mind is supposed to be clear, and they can actually say, hey, and maybe the message isn't like, how you doing? I'm good. How's life? How's the kids? Kids are good. Like they're not necessarily doing that, but it's a message to you because I've had folks that have passed visit me. One in particular was the gentleman that I found out committed suicide. And once he knew I knew, he visited me in my dream. It was very interesting because he started off in the image that I knew him as when we first met. And then he morphed into these other images as I knew him. And then he continued to morph into the images that I didn't get to see before, from the last time we got to interact up until his passing. There was this whole, because he went to the military, and the military had a big had a big impact on his decision to commit suicide. And so he went through this montage of his, and every time he changed attire, he had a smile on his face. It was one of those, I'm good. Look at me. I'm great. We're good. It felt good. I felt better about this. So is that something that is a valid belief, that when they visit, they do visit in our sleep?
They do. And I always tell people, if you're dreaming about, like you always went shopping with your mom and you dream about shopping, that's normally just a dream. But if the person comes to you in a place that you would not normally be with them, like your bedroom. I mean, how many moms actually sat in their bedroom, as an adult with your adult child? I tell my kids I'll be on a mountaintop because I'm terrified of heights talking to them. That's where they'll picture me at, and they'll know I'm there. But people definitely come to you in your dreams. A lot of times it's your calm state. They don't want to scare you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't want you to be eating dinner and they appear to you and then you start choking on your dinner.
Hey, I want you to join me. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. It would scare the hell out of you. Let's face it.
Right.
You wouldn't want to.
I'll be there shortly. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. So they come to you definitely. And I tell people, take that time to talk to them. Enjoy their presence. My dad used to come to me good and bad. Now I haven't had him come to me and I don't know how long. I can't even remember. But normally when you're a psychic, you can remember birthdays, but you don't. It's really odd. I don't remember death days. And I think that's because to me, they're just not gone necessarily.
The energy shifted. The energy just shifted.
So I struggle with death days. So I guess, and I've kind of sent out a few messages like, Dad, why am I okay? I mean, are you just really pissed at me that I did something, but I don't feel that. I feel the sense of he doesn't need to come right now. I'm okay. They do come when you need them. They definitely come when you need them. You may not know they're there, but they do. And they come in droves. It's not just like one or two. You can have a room full. When people pass over, they're like, look at all those people. Yeah.
It's funny you say that. My not mother-in-law. So I live with my partner. He and we are not married yet. We'll get married one day, whenever. We'll get there. Not worried about it. But it would irritate the crap out of her, right? Because she went traditional Rockwell Norman lifestyle and all the picture perfect paintings of life. And you do something around the house, specifically cleaning. And Jim and I were cleaning the kitchen the other day for making dinner. And I was like, do you smell that? And he's like, what? I'm like, smoke. He's like, what kind of smoke? I'm like, cigarette smoke, like your mom's. And he's like, no, but I just emptied the coffee grounds into the sink. And it's like, never mind. I'm cleaning the stove and your mother's watching me. Just keep going. She's over here doing her thing again. And he's just like,
judging you.
She is. So what's really funny is I moved out of the house that my boys live in. They rent my home from me. I bought that home from Jim's mom. She lived there for like 30 years, right? Forever and a day. And so the story is amazing. Everything in that house worked fine. Everything was perfect. And then one day the dining room light started flickering, and then we figured out that was one individual. And then my closet light would start flickering and I couldn't figure out why. And then I found out that Jim's dad had actually had his heart attack, the one that killed him, in that home, and he had collapsed in the house. Very long, very interesting story, cut short. I was like, Jim, your dad's watching me change in the closet. When I'm in there, the light flickers. He's like, it doesn't. I'm like, it does, because the only time that damn thing flickers is when I'm in there changing my clothes. Any other time I go in there, nothing. Like, I'm not lying. This is not made up. I am a storyteller, but this is not one of those stories I'm telling for fun. And he's like, whatever. So he changed the electrical to that room, to my walk-in closet. Well, I was like, okay, cool. We'll see what happens. No, the lamp in my office started flickering. I'm like, this is fun. This is fun. So fun. So then Aaron, my second son, he's at the house one day by himself. The rest of us are gone. And he hears some kid, like his sister, say hello. And he thought his sister was hiding at the end of the couch. And he said it was clear as day. It was clearly there was somebody in the room. He thought it was his baby sister. He goes and checks and nothing. And so I move out and he's doing his meal prep, right? And he's dealing with, at this point in time, he's accepted there's family members that are visiting whether he likes them or not. They're there, they flicker lights, they do their thing. He's like, all right, cool, mind your manners, I'll mind mine, no big deal. So at the house, I have this elephant that Jim bought me. And truth be told, we were together, it was our first year of our relationship. So we've been together for 9 years. This is hilarious. First year we're together for Christmas, he buys me this elephant statue that is upside down on its back. It holds like a wine bottle. So it's a drunken elephant, looks like it's drinking. He was drunk when he bought it, thinking, oh, Tara will love this. And my best friend's like, or maybe not. Maybe that wasn't the elephant she wanted to collect. He's like, I'll take a chance and give it to her. So this elephant sat on top of my fridge in that house for the entire time I lived there. Moved out. I hadn't gotten to moving that thing yet. My son is making his meal for the evening. All of a sudden he hears this crash and boom behind him. And that elephant had taken a swan dive off the top of the fridge onto the floor. And the wine bottle was also on the floor, just kind of spinning in place. And he's like, all right, cool. So he checks, he's very, very tall. So he can literally stand up and see the top of the fridge. And he looks and there's dust because he hadn't cleaned up there in several weeks. So there's dust except for where the elephant was. Where the elephant was no dust. But there was no skid marks, no scratch marks, no any kind of anything. He's like, okay. And it wasn't near the edge. It was squarely in the middle of the top of the fridge. He's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if I'm cooking the steak wrong, but you need to stop. That was a little much. Freaking quit. And so he comes over.
Getting the attention, definitely.
They did. And so he brought me the elephant in the bottle to my house. He's like, here, you can have this possessed thing. I'm like, it's not that's possessed. He's like, no, I know it's at the house still. Can you tell her or him? Because they're both gone now. He's like, can you? And she didn't let go of that house, right? She hated everything I did to the house. She was always mad every time I changed it. He's like, can you tell either him or her, whichever, to just freaking quit? Like, the lights are fine. Move a chair, scare the cat. That's fine. Leave the wine bottles and stuff. Don't crash stuff on the floor. Like, just stop doing that. I was making dinner. I could have burned myself. It's like,
he has to do it. He lives there.
I was like, dude, I'm just going to sit here. And she only followed me over a little bit, but she's back at that house for certain, without a doubt.
They stay where they want.
She's there.
It's bad. Some of these houses, these women, and men do it too, but the women, they're facetious. I mean, they're just kind of, they can be mean.
I mean,
they can be mean. Men will too. People have said, well, they asked me, well, if that person was horrible in life, are they in death? And I'm like, yeah, they're not changing. Why they changing? They're not changing. But a lot of times the people get problems when they go to change the house because the people that lived there before liked it the way they had it. So they get mad and they don't want you to do it. So I normally have to come in and we have to have a come to Jesus, aka
sage party.
It's their house now and kind of deal with it.
Yes, but if we do that, she'll migrate over here to my house. And if anybody has to deal with her, I'd rather he deal with it. So until he figures it out,
keep her where she is.
She's happy. Ish.
Yeah.
I don't need her over here. I already had her husband checking me out in the closet when I was dressing. That was enough for me. And I'm not kidding. That light only flickered when I was in there. Jerk. Jim thought I was nuts. No, it was really funny. I say funny. What was really interesting is I thought he had passed downstairs. I thought he'd had a heart attack downstairs. And then I was going off of that notion. Meanwhile, I've got this giant part of my carpet in my bedroom that was discolored, and it was originally discolored in this really weird green, opaque, shiny type. Like it was like somebody had done some chemical treatment to the carpet. The carpet was damaged type of thing. I was like, so I tried my best, had professional cleaners in there, bought a carpet cleaner, couldn't get it up. Wasn't there when I moved in. So I was like, whatever, it just kind of showed up and it, whatever. And so I moved my bedroom furniture around to cover it up. And then I was talking to his mom when she was still here, and we were talking about the house, and we got to the bedroom. I'm like, yeah, I rearranged the furniture in there. And she's like, well, what did you do? Like, how else would you arrange it? And so I told her. She says, well, why would you do it like that? Well, I was covering up the stain. She says, what stain? There was no stains in that house. I was like, there was a stain right there in front of the, it's in the bedroom. She's like, wait, in front of the bathroom? I was like, yeah. And it's this big ass stain. It goes out from the bathroom away towards the window. She's like, okay, well, that's weird. I was like, well, why is that weird? She's like, well, that's where, and her husband's name, Jim's dad's name was Thomas. She's, well, that's where Tom passed. I'm like, excuse me? Well, that's where Tom had his heart attack. He had lung cancer. And so he was coughing up blood as he was having his heart attack, and all the blood got all over the floor. My girlfriend's tried to clean it up. I was like, this would have been fabulous information to have before. This is awesome. Cool. And then she was, wait, hold up. That was back in this year. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, is the stain still there? And I said, I don't know. I have it covered up. And she's like, well, let's, you need to check. And I was like, well, why? She's like, because I didn't have that carpet in that house when he died. I had the other carpet. I replaced it after he died.
Oh, no.
I was like, I'm listening. And so I went and I rearranged the carpet again. I went back to her. I'm like, you're not going to believe this. And she's like, what? I was like, the stain is there. And now it's a brown color I can't get rid of. It had changed in color. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. I'm not drunk. I know y'all saw me drinking wine. I've been drinking coffee all day long too. So I'm actually hyper, but I was like, yeah, it's a different color now. It's not this opaque green chemical treated crap. Now it's brown and I can't. And she's like, you're kidding me. And I said, no, it's there. And Jim's like, mom doesn't know what she's talking about. She totally, that new carpet was down. And he's like, and he had to stop and think. He's like, oh, wait, no, that's why she changed the carpet. The stain wouldn't come out. The friends tried to go clean it up. They couldn't get it cleaned up. So some months after dad passed, she changed out all the carpet to the house. And yet here's this stain of where he was in that house. Yeah. No joke. I'm like, had I not been a believer before, that straightened my little happy act out real quick.
Yep. And that happens. I mean, it happens. That's why people say that they see handprints on the wall, blood prints, and, well, that's been stripped. It's been cleaned. There's no way. But yet they still come back. And that's just part of the paranormal. You can't, everybody's like, what does paranormal mean? And I said, not normal.
Yes.
Something that cannot be explained scientifically.
And it can't.
It can't.
Well, if you think
wish
about
I
it,
could.
Well, and if you think about it, when you go back through the Bible, and I've read the Bible a few times, granted, it's been a few years, there's stuff in the Bible that cannot be scientifically explained. Nope. It requires faith, as does the paranormal, ironically enough.
Exactly.
And so I know people are out there like, I'm religious. That's evil. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I've actually seen several texts in the Bible that talk about this as a gift. And if Jesus could project something to happen, that would be a clairvoyance. It would be a sixth sense, because he was awesome. He would have been equipped with it.
Well, somebody said, Jesus. They said, so you think you're Jesus? And I'm like, never said that. Never said that.
I totally
Can you turn water into wine?
If you wait, hold up.
Be nice.
If we're doing that, we're doing this podcast in person, because we can. I mean, I'm just. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Spray it with. So there's a chat that says, to get to ducking point, says spray it with holy water, scrub it with blessed salt, and yell out, spot out. That is our
I love it.
that is our that is our friend from the Northeast, and man, does she bring it to the chat. That is
Oh my
awesome.
gosh, I love it.
Oh my gosh. We've been
Let
at
me
this
know if
for
that works.
no joke. Well, I don't live in that house, so I'll tell my son about that because he also has the room situated because he knows what the spot means too. And he's like, nope, not today, Satan. We're not doing that. Satan, grandpa,
Yeah.
whoever you are, we're not doing that. But we've been
And
at
it
this
doesn't
for
matter. You can put salt down. You can do all that. It's not coming up.
it is what it is because it wasn't there to start with when I got the house, and it wasn't supposed to
Just
be there
think how
because
you're
it's the wrong
how you
carpet.
gonna explain that when you got to sell the house.
I'm actually gonna replace all of the floors in the house anyway because it needs to be replaced. They all do. That
Well,
carpet is
didn't
forever
work the
years
first
old.
time.
No, but that won't be my problem with that. It's my boys' problem right now. My boys will handle it. Well, we have been at this for an hour and 20 minutes. You've got to come back, Terri. This has been a ride. Hopefully, next time you come back, Katie doesn't have some sort of possessive, echoing chamber situation taking place again. Good night.
Anytime.
This has
Just
been
let
a
me know.
joy.
I'll gladly come.
Well, and Carrie and Kathy were both disappointed to not be here. Carrie's been, I know Carrie's already asleep and that she's been dealing with a new medication that she's got has not been agreeing with her very well. And Kathy had a last minute game for one of her kids. So when the lot of us can get together, we're going to have you back because this has been a hoot, especially when we can make fun of Katie the way that we do. But thank you so much for coming on. You have been a joy.
That doll, I might be seeing that doll in my dreams tonight. I don't know. It's
if not, then the other possessed doll that just showed up behind me, you'll see her in your dreams.
Oh, I saw that, but
That's
that's not bad compared to what she was cuddling.
right. No,
Ew.
completely different. All right, ladies. Well, we're as soon as I can get the whole group back, Terri, you're coming back because this has been so much fun. It doesn't need to be Halloween to have you back. This is a year-round type of gift, so we definitely want to do this more.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Yeah,
Thank you for
this time
coming.
of year is the hardest because
Yeah.
this time of year is when the veil's real little. It's real thin, so things are
It's
a
different.
lot more.
Yeah. I can always feel it.
Yeah, it's really, it does. It's got a whole different shift. And because people are dumb and they think, okay, let's get out the Ouija board and let's go do stupid stuff. And I get it. Everybody likes a good scare, but I always tell people be careful because it's not a joke. It's not fun and games, and it could be very dangerous.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Thank you, Terri, for coming on tonight. Thank you,
Thanks
Katie,
for
for
having me.
taking it up this backside for us as we bench over the barrel. Amber, we'll definitely see you next time.
We'll make it up to her.
We always do, and then we just do it again to her. She's an easy target. Love you, Katie. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time on Shenanigans.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.